Recently, there were a number of news stories in the Phoenix area about an officer who was the victim of a horrific attack while on duty, and the fact that the initial appearance commissioner deviated from the recommendation from the county attorney for a substantial cash-only bond and instead allowed a standard bond, where the suspect can be released for a relatively low amount. So this week's video will discuss what officers can do to help ensure that release conditions are set properly. I'm Steve Serbalik, and although I am a panel attorney for ASCOPs in Arizona, this week's video represents my own opinions and advice. First, here's the key item that officers can sometimes forget. Commissioners and judges setting release conditions can only consider the information in front of them at the time they're evaluating release conditions. This information is often, too often, far more limited than the facts supporting the charges. This is why it's critically important for officers to pay special attention to completing the paperwork that the judge or commissioner will actually review. In Arizona, this is the Form 4. The Form 4 contains information that supports the arrest and also offers the opportunity for officers to write both a narrative and to include other pertinent information that the judicial officer will consider. So when writing a Form 4, make sure you're including detailed narrative of what happened, even if body-worn camera footage exists. The Form 4 also has a space to discuss past criminal history, and some officers limit this information to only including felony convictions. Depending on the circumstances, limiting information to felony convictions could be a mistake. If there are relevant misdemeanor convictions, consider including that information as well. The more information that the judicial officer has in front of them, the more likely it is that the release conditions will reflect the full violence potential of the arrested person. Finally, know your local process for bail or bond determinations and how your local prosecutor handles these matters. Many prosecuting agencies have procedures available for law enforcement to contact assigned prosecutors early to help ensure that prosecutors can make an appropriate bail or bond release request. For high-profile incidents or incidents where you think that strict release conditions would be appropriate, know how to reach out to the prosecutor to make your recommendation known. I'll end this video with this thought. Individuals arrested have a constitutional right to a fair determination of bail, bond, and release conditions. And the public in general, and law enforcement in particular, have an interest in high bail or bond when special circumstances exist. Please do your part to ensure that the paperwork in front of the judge is as complete as possible, and that all factors are properly before the court. For my part, I'll do everything I can to make sure the system works as effectively as possible and to convey critical information on this process to the appropriate decision makers. As always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe and turn on notifications. It really helps the channel grow. Be on the lookout for future videos. They come out every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Arizona time. I'm Steve Serbalik. Thanks for watching and stay safe out there.